the views of Gaudiya Vaishnavas on other spiritual practices. The Gaudiya Vaishnavism acknowledges the validity of different religious faith and spiritual practices, recognizing that all genuine path leads to realization of God. However, being a Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we hold that Bhakti Yoga, as taught by Sri Krishna and exemplified by Sriman Mahaprabhu, is the most direct and effective means of attaining the highest spiritual goals. Respect for all the traditions is encouraged with emphasis on the universal principle universal principle of devotion to the God, as it goes, respect all and worship your own. So, Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we hold a broad and inclusive perspective on the different diversity in the spiritual path and attainment of that supreme. So, this view is deeply rooted in the tradition of understanding the universal nature of that supreme Bhagavan Sri Krishna and multifaceted way in which individuals can connect with Sri Krishna. So, as even mentioned by Vedic scriptures itself, there are the different traditions, different parampara, or the tradition and lineage and different practices. So all of them directly or indirectly directing us towards the same Supreme Personality of Godhead, as Krishna himself declares in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But although the devotional service, as mentioned in Srimad Bhagavata Mahapurana or different scriptures, is considered to be the most effective, most speed and most easy way to attend the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So, Gaudiya Vaishnavism recognizes that all genuine spiritual path leads to realization of God. This acknowledgement stems from the belief that Bhagavan is being infinite and all-encompassing, can be approached through various means and tradition. This is reflected in several key teachings of scriptural reference, as we can see that Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita says, Ye yatha mam prapadhyante tamstataiva vajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respect, O son of Partha, as Bhagavan Sri Krishna says. So, this verse illustrates that inclusive nature of Bhagavan Sri Krishna's teaching, suggesting that Bhagavan Sri Krishna reciprocates the devotion of individuals irrespective of their specific practice, but those practice should be based on the teachings of Vedic scriptures for sure. And so Sriman Mahaprabhu, the founder of this Gaudiya Vaishnavism, he demonstrated respect for all the spiritual traditions, his incarnations with followers of different paths, including we can say those days there were Sri Vaishnava, those days Kali Bhakta, those who were Shakta, even the Muslim like Chand Kaji was following Sriman Mahaprabhu. Even so many Buddhists in traveling towards Kerala and those parts actually started following the teachings of Sriman Mahaprabhu, were marked by the spirit of compassion and understanding, and by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Now we can see so many Christians and Muslims globally are following the path of Gaudiya Vaishnavism and worshipping Bhagavan Sri Krishna as the Supreme, doing Jagannath Rath Yatra, praying Sri Nrsimhadev, and actually reading Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So in this way, his emphasis was always on the sincerity of devotion rather than specific form it takes. And the Bhakti Yoga as the most direct path, Gaudiya Vaishnava, they acknowledge the validity of other spiritual paths, although they hold the Bhakti Yoga or the path of devotion is most direct and effective means attaining the highest spiritual goal. This belief is based on the several core principles as mentioned in the mentioned in different revered scriptures, like supremacy of devotion can be seen in Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran, as Bhakti Yoga focus on the focus on those developing that loving and personal relationship with Bhagavan Sri Krishna, as teaching of Gaudiya Vaishnavism based on Srimad Bhagavatam. It says the ultimate purpose of human life as stated dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirvasaranam shatam vyadyam vastamavatra vastu shivadam trapa trayonmulanam Srimad Bhagavatam Mahamuni krite kimva parereshwarah shadhyorede varudhyate atra kritivih shusrushvistachanat, as completely rejecting all other religious activities which are materially motivated. To be specific, which are materially motivated, Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran propound the highest truth which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure by their heart. And the highest truth is the reality distinguished from the illusion of welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold, this uproots all the threefold miseries called Adibhautika, Adhyatmika, and Adibhautika, Adhyatmika, and this Adidaivika. And this the beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam compiled by the great sage Vyasa on his maturity is sufficient in itself for the realization of supreme personality of Godhead Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So what is the need of any other way or any other path or the practices, as soon as one attentively and submissively hear the masses of Srimad Bhagavatam, the supreme love is established within his heart, and he can re-establish that loving relation with him. So this verse underscores the primacy of pure devotion in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, suggesting that highest truth and ultimate goal of life. And Srimad Mahaprabhu's teaching highlights the transformative power of Bhakti Yoga. Srimad Mahaprabhu he propagated the congregational chanting of holy name or the Sankirtan as the most prominent means of spiritual realization, emphasizing the accessibility and efficiency of Bhakti Yoga for the people of all background and all the stages of life. So, Gaudiya Vaishnavism encourages the respect for all different traditions and promotes the ideas of cooperation and mutual understanding. And actually Gaudiya Vaishnavism believe that all the paths and traditions based on Vedic teachings and proper disciplic successions are attending the supreme goal of life. And the universal brotherhood, the philosophy of Gaudiya Vaishnavism advocates on this principle of universal brotherhood, recognizing that all the living beings are part of the divine creation, fully believing that Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, as he declares, Aham Bija Pitaha Sarva Yonisha Kontiya, for all the living entities in the world, the supreme Bhagavan Sri Krishna is this father for entire creation. And the principle rooted in the concept of Vasudeva Kutumbakam is actually followed by Gaudiya Vaishnavism as Ayam Nija Parhobeti Ganana Laguchetasham Udar Charitanam Cha Vasudeva Kutumbakam, that this is mine, that's your, this, that, the differentiation and the calculation. This calculation is actually the work of narrow-minded people. For the magnanimous, the whole world is one family, the family of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. So this is actually the understanding of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. But at the same time, being a Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we won't tolerate somebody putting finger or creating disturbance on our practice. So example can be seen that Sriman Mahaprabhu, he did protest. It's actually the first ever civil protest against Chandkaji. The Chandkaji, the Muslim ruler of Bengal on those days, was creating disturbances for the congregational chanting of Sri Krishna Nam or the Sankirtan movement. So when he was disturbing and he broke the Chandkaji, he broke the mridanga which was being played during Sri Nama Sankirtan. Then Sriman Mahaprabhu with the torch, with the fire torch in the hand, gathered all the devotees and did the first civil disobedience or the first civil protest against the Chandkaji, and actually was Sriman Mahaprabhu. He threw him in his chair and stepped among him and told him that if ever next time you're going to do such thing ever, then I'm going to tear your chest. And Chandkaji actually mentions that he saw that same incident, a person with half lion and half man, Bhagavan Sri Nrsimha that is. So he almost tear him apart. So that's if somebody puts finger or somebody is trying to and all actually the revered Vedic scriptures gives that right to us that if somebody is creating disturbances in our practice or raising the invalid questions or doubts on our scriptures, then we have that right to defend ourselves. So in that defending on our Vedic religion, Vedic dharma, or the Vedic practice, Gaudiya Vaishnavism are heavy on that case also. We don't tolerate those things. So Gaudiya Vaishnavism view for other religious and spiritual practices and different faiths is one of the respect and inclusivity, acknowledging the validity and the potential of all genuine spiritual endeavors, while emphasizing bhakti yoga as the most direct path to the God realization. Gaudiya Vaishnavism recognizes the diverse way in which individuals can connect with that Supreme Bhagavan Sri Krishna. This inclusive approach fosters respect, cooperation, and mutual understanding among different religious traditions, aligning with universal principle of devotion to Supreme Being Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna.